Today is October 28th, which means we've been here 2 months. We are definitely rolling into winter, and it's time for an update. So we're going to start with the mobile home. So I've been cooking meals on this barbecue, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's been doing me well. There's only been a couple days where it's been raining and snowing. Coda's adjusting to the weather. Hey girl. This is where we usually eat our meals, unless it's been super cold at nighttime. We've been going into the cabin. We bought a Pro 1 filter. Just came a couple days ago, so we're excited about that. These are my morning dishes. Washing with cold water doesn't do a great job, but this is where I store them. After I wash them, over here on this spigot, there's my soap stations and my water stations, and if I have something, really messy, then I'll use that pot in the distance, fill it up with water, and heat it up on the barbecue, the grill. Alright, so let's head inside. We've been working hard inside here. Brianna and Vanessa have taken the lead on finishing up this disaster renovation. So, the first couple weeks we were like feverishly working on the walls and the ceiling, getting everything torn out and cleaned up, and we quickly realized that this house was not vacant, that it had critter friends living in it. So we decided to pull up the floors, which has proven to be a very difficult task because the floors were installed above the joists but below the walls, and so it's been really difficult to pull them out. But the building has these nice 2x6s and everything's pretty sturdy. This is the forced heating connections that we took out, but that's where the vent would go. These are the appliances that we've been using until recently. We still have an operable toilet, and this is the side that the girls are kind of trying to tackle in the next couple days. So yanking out the insulation, cleaning stuff up. That's the forced air vent that's been there. That was where our former water heater was. This was the old kitchen. We're laughing because you think you're eating your just delicious meal in your nice cozy kitchen, and look what's under you. Something else is eating too. So overall, it's just been a really nasty project, and it's been very emotionally and mentally just kind of demanding, because you get into it and you're just thinking, why are we doing this? Who renovates something this horrible? But then we see these nice structure, it has really nice structural bones, and so if there's a will, there's a way, and we have some will. So we'll see how it goes. We're trying to get this done in the next week or so that we can start putting the new subfloor in and then start insulating and get things rolling. Brianna and Vanessa bought a coal burning stove, which is super awesome. And yeah, once this thing's done, it's going to be really nice and cozy. It's about 900 square feet. So, there's a lot of potential, like I mentioned, but it's just when that's what you're yanking up, it's hard. So it's just hard. Anyway, that's that. So this, we had an issue back here with the eaves. The eaves were not permanently attached to the house. They were on hinges. And the reason they were on hinges were because of mobile home transportation. The eaves were disintegrating on the back end, and attached to them were gutters. And basically it had just created a huge collecting zone for pine needles, snow, water, And so these are the eaves. That's the eave wrap. That's the vent from the house. And then those are the gutters. And so we took them off and we're going to replace them. Literally like have to rebuild them. And we decided to do a metal roof. So I'm walking up. Let me pick you up. One-handed on the roof. Ugh, not good. Not good for me. Okay, I'm up. Here we go. So Doug and I put on a roof, a metal roof. And I think we have a previous video, but we did this asphalt shingle roof, which was actually a really fun learning experience and was just a blast. And we feel like we did a pretty solid job. And then we redid the entire chimney on, we call this the cabin as well. Basically everything here was set up for propane heaters. So we had to switch to type A units, and then, you know, nothing like really was retrofitting, so we just went ahead and just bought all new stuff. So we did the roof, we did the chimney, we did the pipes inside. We bought a wood burning stove for inside. I'll show you that in a minute. But this is the mobile home. Sorry, I got distracted. And yeah, we're just really pleased with it. We went ahead and did 12-foot sheets, and then the ridge cap, drip edges on there, waterproofing across the whole thing. And well, you all have seen metal roofs, but it was just a really fun learning experience for us. We preferred the asphalt shingles, but this was also a nice project. So yep, sturdy, good to go. We replaced a bunch of the boards underneath as well that were just rotted out, and it's good to go. So that's the mobile home update. All right, cabin. The cabin is where we've been sleeping. There's the chimney. I'm gonna work my way down on this ladder. Here I go. Couple more stairs. So the cabin's where we've been sleeping. We have it pretty hodgepodged in there. But we did buy tongue and groove pine boards for the walls, and we're gonna do bunk bed, built-in bunk beds, and it's gonna be a blast. I'll peek in with the camera. Since I got a smile, I'm gonna go with that as a go-ahead. Doug went ahead and installed this beautiful ceiling fan. Here's the pine that I've been talking about. There's the flooring. And here's our fire, wood burning stove. It's just been wonderful. So, kids' bed is over there, pack and play. Mom and Dad sleep here. This is where I cook our food, or we eat our food really. And then kids' cubbies. So it's tight, but it works. All right, heading out. Okay, other farm updates. So we ended up getting the fiber optic people to come out. They basically just tore up our driveway and then took off. And then we realized that the company was just really shady and was basically never gonna send splicers. So it's been 2 months and we have literally heard nothing. Doug went into town and found the project manager, and he basically really coarsely told Doug, like, take a hike, it's not gonna happen. So that was pretty frustrating. They even hit our power line, which was surprising. We had to get that fixed. That is our big giant pile of trash that needs to go to the dump. That right there we're salvaging. Let's see what else. So we went ahead and bought Starlink, and we have the Starlink set up over here, and it's to our understanding that most of our neighbors are using it too, because yeah, the internet company out here is just really shady. So they went ahead and billed for putting in the lines, but who knows what's gonna happen. So anyway, here's Starlink. I'm sure you've seen it before. This is one of our clearest areas, so that's why we'll put it here. Down in that house, the cabin house, that's where we have an exterior outlet. There's my little buddy. Hi, Shadow. This shed we're gonna use to store our firewood, which we need to get started on like yesterday. Hey, girl. And okay, so we bought a flatbed trailer. We got this for $6,000. For some reason that doesn't sound right. Doug will correct it if I'm wrong. But it's been awesome. We've used it a lot. It's one of those things that, you know, we were looking for the deal, and we're kind of sick of renting from U-Haul. So really glad to have that. It's going to be very useful in the property. All right, moving down to the garage. Knock it off! So down here, not a lot's changed. We're working on the chimney system here. This garage came with a coal burning stove, which we're excited about because we have access to coal really locally. A few miles up, they sell it for $100 a ton. The garage has an outhouse down there that we've been using, which is nice. It's handy. And then, yeah, outside, not a lot's changed. Just mostly just our trash and clutter that we're still working on. We'd like to get the Farm All Super H rolling. That'll be to come, as well as the 66 Chevy. And I cleaned out Doug's office. That was a project. 1,000,000 moths had lived there. Oh, look at these big giant rolls of R19 that a friend gave us. That was a super awesome option. And then that flooring is matching flooring. It's going to go into the mobile home. And then this is like literally all of our personal belongings. And here's the coal burning stove that we've been working on. It actually works great. We've just been trying to read the pipes, get them all squared away. Oh, look, Doug surfboards from our previous life. Wonder if you can snowboard on them. Okay, I'll show you Doug's office because it's a pretty nice space and I worked really hard to clean it. Here it is. I'm not kidding when I say that. Like it took me probably 8 hours of just literally scrubbing the walls back and forth because so many moths had lived in here. Lived and died, I should say. Oh, that is another story. Let's just say we found them. Okay, let's head out. So hopefully in the next like couple, I don't know, honestly probably the next 2 months, this will get cleared out. Because once the mobile home is done, then a lot of that can get moved up there. Once our tongue and groove is done, then we can like clean up there. It's just so many things, but it's fun if you just keep with the right attitude and stay close to the Lord. We bought hay. We got it for $135 a bale. We pushed it off and tried to get it to land on these pellets. The goats love it. This is what we call our Nancy's pile. We met this woman down the road who was selling off her extra fencing, so we picked up all this stuff for, I think it was like $150, which was such a steal, and she gave us this giant pile of wood too, which is all in pretty good condition as well. So we got barb, we got hog wire, we got chicken wire, we got cattle wire, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, there's that. And then updates with the animals. So we pushed them a hay bale yesterday. We're just letting them eat off the sides until we get one of those units to push it into. And we bought a buckling. He's actually the youngest little goat on the property, but he's big. And we've heard that his dad was 250 pounds, which is crazy because he's a Nubian and Nubians are like 170, so just a really big guy. So, but he's adjusting well. He was like really nervous and scared the first, I don't know, the first like 3 or 4 days, and then every day he's gotten better. We've had him for almost Oh, I'm back. My camera shut me off. Anyway, they've been living in that little tent up there. That's Grandma and Garby. We call him Snowplow. That brown one right there is Bambi. This is Snow White. And that is Buttercup. Normally, Nathaniel literally chases him around our 30 acres all day, and they have a great time. We just put this in there for them last night, and I'm not kidding, they've been like nonstop eating, but like literally they eat all day, so there's goats for you. And here are the chickens. They like their free time as well, but man, they're mischievous. But they're still laying for us, which is awesome. It's getting down to like, well, we've had some nights in the 20s and some days in the 40s. But they're doing good. We'd like to expand this, build a giant hen house and get a bunch more, but you know, add it to the list. And that's the kids' little swing set over here, which is fun to play with. And let's see, anything else? Brianna and Vanessa should be moving here soon. Her house was supposed to close escrow yesterday, but there was some sort of delay with the buyer. I don't know. We're just praying, asking God to make a way, let His will be done. People are crazy to be buying a house right now, but we want Brianna and Vanessa here, so we'll see how it goes. Their trailer's been running into some problems. Hopefully we'll get those things resolved soon. Most specifically the heater, which is, you know, classic, right? Because it's so cold now, and they're supposed to be moving in. The heater broke like yesterday or something, the day before maybe. So, gotta get that squared away.